You know that saying, beggars can't be choosy? Beggars receive the bare minimum. Creators don't accept nothing less than what they have envisioned. And I'm speaking on this because growing up in a cult and leaving, my family, going through family estrangement, going through homelessness, housing insecurities, going through dealing with mental health issues, complex PTSD, all these things, right? And embodying healedness and being healed. Being healed is wealth, in my opinion, because I've sat in many different rooms. And I noticed the difference between a creator and a beggar. Someone who is begging for help, for support, for someone to notice them, these are from the traumas, right? These are from the entitlement of the world owes me something. But when somebody is healed and embodies that, they create and move differently. And it's not to say that even once you heal, there's always going to be a goalpost. The people who are very successful in their life, they don't stop at that book. They don't stop at this course. They don't stop at this event. It continues on. They build, success builds upon itself. And when success builds upon itself, it speaks a different language. It doesn't cater to shame, to guilt, to fear. And in my younger days, I remember having to beg for help, right? Begging the system for help. Can I please get housing? Can I please get food stamps? Can I get something? Because I'm on my own. But for me, I learned early that no matter how much I begged, the answer for me was just no. I could never get no type of public assistance because it just wasn't aligned for me. Even through the pain, even through the darkness, I didn't understand. And I felt, I had a sense of bitterness because I'm like, I deserve it. I watched my whole family get support and be on welfare and be on these different things, right? But that's because when you're meant for something greater, you have to be stretched. This is resiliency, right? So a beggar and a creator is going to remember, a creator is going to remember their power. Remember that they are one with with source. So when you are one with source, that means you embody the tools, the tactics to bend the air, to be the air bender. And beggars can't be choosy. So when someone's begging, right? Someone's begging for a meal, begging for a place to stay. Again, I was that person. And I'm glad I didn't get these things because I grew up in the projects, right? You get what you beg for. So begging for the lowest level of living, the lowest level of having something is not mentally sustainable for someone who has high achievement within them. If you are a high achiever, you cannot beg because you attract. This is what you embody, this is what you are. And because I am a young woman, I didn't have any older women to look up to or men to look up to. I figured out all these things on my own through trial and error of watching, for example, Infinite Waters Ralph Smart. That's who put the seeds into me that I'm a creator. Watching people like him activated, because being activated, knowing that you are a god and a goddess, is a chemical activation, right? For every reaction, there's an action. That chemical activation is reminding you and aligning your emotional body's DNA, your physical body's DNA. Okay, these things are coming into congruency together. So I give honor to those who mastered themselves because they held the timeline, they shined the light for us to do that as well, who see their light and is drawn to it. Because again, pain, trauma, is contrast. It's contrast for you to know what you want and what you do not want, right? What do you want to experience and what don't you not want to experience? And I see, like, even now, right? Now I'm going to get into another aspect of what I want to talk about. Because like I said, everyone has something they're now mastering. They're leveling up, right? The level up never stops. But for example, I have 541 subscribers on YouTube. And on TikTok, I started my TikTok in December. Now I'm at 1,400 on TikTok. I'm so grateful. But I also noticed that is the far as like who speaks, who says things. It's a lot of the shadow energy of people who may watch but are afraid to really step into their own power. And for me, going, like I mentioned, the journey I've went through, going through all these different things and building this community, I'm so done with silencing myself. I'm so done with sugarcoating or tiptoeing. I'm here to live my authentic expression, my truth. So I'm saying that because if you're watching this and you're a part of my tribe, if you feel called to take that leap, because people always tell me, I wish I had a mindset like you. I wish I had confidence like you. But the thing is, just like Infinite Waters Ralph Smart, we are showing you you can have it too, because we created the timeline for ourselves, which means it's for everyone. Everyone can enter that timeline, just like the ones who created the car and the plane. This is for all. When one rises, all rise. So because I have the 1400 and the 541 on here, it sounds good on paper, right? But now I want to challenge you. If you have been watching my videos, if you have been taking in all the information I'm giving, right? Because here comes the energy of exchange, the energy of value. You can't go to McDonald's, you can't go to KFC and stand in line and just smell the chicken and ask, "Hey, can I get a free box of chicken?" There is a fee. There is an energy exchange, a currency. So with that being said, I have my workshops that's doing great. I have my books. I just wrote a new book. And I also have a course, $33, a self-mastery activation. But I'm going to take it a step further. The first 5 people who reach out to me, you will receive a $55 bundle set where you will receive my book and my course, plus you will get a 20-minute reset reality call with me. I want to see who's really serious about becoming their highest version, their greatest version, because you got to take the leap. Everyone says they want a mindset like mine, but you're forgetting I took the leap. I took the leap when I had no one. I traveled to a place where I knew no one. I traveled in the dark. That's why I always say peace, love, and darkness. Because through the darkness, the caterpillar is gestating and out comes a butterfly. So in order to obtain the things you see others with, there is a strategy to it. There is a strategy to even run a business. There's a strategy. You must embody the energy, the confidence in order to get the job. You must embody a certain energy, a certain confidence. And if you are ready, I want you to drop a comment below that you're ready. And I want you to send me an email so you can be one of the first 5 that I will give this bundle to. Because I want to see what you create. We all rise. I've risen. I help those rise as well. It continues on. It echoes on to those who you attract. So if you are ready, drop your comment below, because we're not beggars. We're not the type that's just going to consume information and not produce it out. Not sit in the rooms and the containers with those of like-minded beings just like us. So if you are ready, drop a comment below. Check out my resources. But if you want to shift your reality instantly, hop on my $55 bundle set, because I'm waiting for you. Peace, love, and darkness. Stay rich, wet, and dangerous. And I'll see you soon. Deuces.